What's up, guys? Lucas Tornino here, and we're back with a little replay review today. I played this match today. I just think it's interesting for a couple of reasons. One, it kind of shows like my thought process when like breaking boards, especially with Vanquish Soul. And secondly, as you'll see, my opponent here he gets a little angry towards the end of the match, so we'll be seeing that too. So hit him with the good luck. Nothing back. I lose dice roll. So I open up with Raisin, Xiaolong, Steak, Burger, and Fua. Pretty good hand. I can't complain. Fua is good, and I have a lot of engine. So I see he's playing Draco Tail. I chain the Fua, no response, so that I feel pretty good. Fua resolves. I draw one. I draw into the Jokul, which into this deck is actually a pretty good push, like I said in my last video. So I'm pretty happy to see that. I would have been happier if it's a Holy Sue, but can't get everything you want. He sets both traps. And he adds back the 5 mana with his Arthalion and the Malulu. That's just the end of his turn. So it goes back to me. I draw for turn. That's a small world. This is a pretty good draw here, I feel like. By the end of this turn, with all the bouncing that's going to happen, I'm going to retain some cards in my hand. So using this as like a last push to search for like an Azuna or something could be good. So I start with Normal Summon Raisin here. I'm going to try to bait out the Horn. Then I don't want to activate any of these spells because I want to kind of try to get rid of the Flame before I activate any of these spells. So I'm Normal Summon Raisin effect. He goes the Horn. This is a pretty good interaction for me. I'm just going to go Chain, Burger, Bounce back. I feel pretty good about that. Again, because you're not bouncing the monster on the field, you won't be able to, my opponent rather, won't be able to place a Draco Tail card to draw one. So it's kind of a 2-for-1 interaction there. And my Raisin resolves. I search Holy Suit. Here I'm thinking I could go like Jokul, reveal Holy Suit, or I could just summon Holy Suit and retain the Dark in hand. I actually decided to Burger draw here to see if I can draw into like a Dark or an Earth, because drawing either in my hand would make it so the Jokul could actually summon the Holy Suit, and that would just be a better like kind of value play. I do draw into the Dark Mad Love. That's a very good draw there. And next play, I'm going to activate the Jokul, revealing itself, and Holy Suit. He's going to think on this. Yeah, he's going to chain the 5 mana, fusing away the Azuna and the Malulu. So now I know that Azuna is an interruption I'm going to have to play around. He summons the Gulamelt. I don't think that's a legal summon because well, it is technically, but I just let him take it back. I don't really mind. DB isn't that serious where you need to like strike every opponent's action. So Resolution is going Arthalion Chilling 1, targeting Jokul and his Azuna to add it back. And Chilling 2 Malulu. I'm thinking here whether it's worth summoning off Holy Suit or I can save it for later. And I kind of decide that like it's going to be pretty awkward for me to get another Holy Suit in field, so I just try to use it. Revealing Dark Fire, summon the Xiaolong. Change Screen Resolve, he's going to set Ketu for some follow-up, and he's going to negate my Burger. Interesting. I definitely should negate Xiaolong there, probably, because you're going to see in a sec. I'm going to get the search. So on res, he's thinking here, and he activates Nib. And looking back, I don't know if that Nib is legal, because I'm not sure. I'm going to have to double check this after this recording. I'm not sure if Jokul summoning both counts as 1 or 2. Because if it counts as 1, then I summoned Raisin, Burger, the 2 monsters off Jokul, and Xiaolong, and that's 4. If you guys could also let me know in the comments, maybe if this counts as 1 time summon or 2 summon, because looking back, this would have changed the game like completely. You just would have lost. But I don't realize it then. I just chain the Xiaolong, reveal 2. This is going to go search for the Caesar. I think for a bit, because I could have searched the trap, but that doesn't really give me what I need. So I'm going to search the Caesar here. And the reason I searched the Caesar is my main concern right now is I need to get rid of this Flame, because I have 2 really powerful spell cards in my hand that can allow me to extend, but I don't want one to get negated. And him being able to draw a card is just kind of scary. Like, he could draw into like a multitude of hand traps that he plays. So res, I go Xiaolong effect, because I search 2. I use the effect search 2, and he chains the Azuna, which makes sense. So I'm summoning it here. He goes Azuna, send the Lupus effect, and that's fine. he's gonna go Lupus effect to Xyz, and he makes Valons. And here I'm thinking, because if I go Caesar effect target to try to swing battle phase, make rocks, he's just gonna book my Xiaolong, and this is gonna be stuck in hand. So what I decide to do here is I actually decide to link off the Xiaolong. In a sec. I think for a while there. I link off the Xiaolong for rock, and I'm going to use the effect to summon Mad Love, because I don't want any of these to get negated, but I already have basically all the attributes I need in hand already. So if I go Field Spell, I want to make it look like I'm kind of desperate for another attribute. So I'm going Mad Love effect search. Mad Love search Field Spell, and I'm going to try to bait the flame this way. So yeah, I activate the effect, and it does work. He chains flame, targeting this, so that's going to negate. And I'm pretty happy here. He's going to draw one card. But the draw one, to be honest, isn't that threatening. He already used Nibs. That's kind of the main one. In this hand specifically, the only card that could kind of get him out of the situation is Ash Blossom. And he drew Ash Blossom, of course. So that's a little unfortunate. So next I'm going to activate the Stake. Try to just extend, kind of like summon the Xiaolong so I can Caesar bounce it back. And just kind of clear his board. He drops the Ash, which is really unfortunate. Because that means I'm going to have to Small World away one of my attributes here. Looking... No, I couldn't have done that, actually. Actually, I should have chained the Mad Love, probably. In hindsight. But I didn't. I wasn't really thinking about that time. So that's, like, one misplay. See, again, went Caesar, target Mad Love, try to force it out. He booked it. I want to go Small World, revealing my Jokel. So I'm going to go from Jokel or Xiaolong into Izuna. They're all 5s. Izuna is going to be summoned from the hand. I'm going to use the effect to send. Sending Lupus. I'm going to be using Lupus effect, summon. And here, I go for the Nash Knight. So this is what I was talking about in the last deck profile. Here, if I had the Honor Wreck, for example, I would have had, like, basically no way to clear this back row. But because I actually have the, Chaos Masquerade package, it allows me to clear this back row and kind of set up a negate. Although you say I won't exactly use it for the negate. I use it to suck. I suck the Nib because it has the most stack on the field. And because two monsters were sent to the game at the same time, our Thailand is going to trigger, which is going to suck. I'm going to rank up into the Chaos Masquerade. I'm going to use the effect target the back row, so that's good. So his only piece of follow-up right now is the Urgula, targeting the 5 mana. I'm going to go Battle Phase. I'm going to attack Valon into the... I'm going to attack Valon with my Masquerade. It's going to trigger popping the Mad Love. It gets rid of a bit of my follow-up. That kind of sucks. It's not really that big of a deal. I decided to crash Rock here because... let's pause. Because I crashed Rock, I need to make Dark. And when Rock is my extra monster, this monster can't be used as link material. And no Vanquish will battle this turn, so I can't even summon Rocks. So I needed to crash there so I can make Dark and make an SP, because, I mean, Dark needs to summon a zone to it points to, but if it's like down here, for example, in like the middle zone, it points to the spell trap zones, and I can't summon there, obviously. So I just went Dark, crash, so I could, with this Horror Masquerade and the Nib token, make a Dark Charmer, steal his Lulu, and make an SP. I won't go SP targeting the Agrula, because this puts him on, like... I don't think there's actually a card in this deck that can get him out of this situation. Maybe Kethu Dragontail. Yeah, Kethu Dragontail can get him out of this situation, but I think that's the only one, because you do need a card in hand. Actually, Kethu doesn't even work. You need a card in field. Yeah, I guess here, with banishing this, there's no top deck now that kind of gets him out of this game, unless he plays like a big cannon package. You could top deck Lantern, or Jokel, and that would be good, I guess. But here, he's just going to swing over my SP. I'm going to take 14, and thankfully he's going to make Typhon. So that's going to show off my Caesar. And he's going to pass. I draw a Dark Attribute. That's pretty good there. I will stand my main, Normal Sun Raisin effect. I'm going to search Holly Sue here. In deck, yeah. I'm going to think a bit. I'm going to go Rock. Rock effect, I'm going to add back the Xiaolong. Xiaolong to hand. I'm going to activate Holly Sue, revealing just to be able to summon. And we're gonna go battle phase. He targets my gear for some reason. Battle phase. I'm gonna use effect to steal. I don't really have a clean way to out this. So basically, I just wanted to steal to bounce itself and get in for some damage. So I attack with both, putting him down to 41. Main phase 2. I'm just gonna use this effect to bounce itself. And I want to make rocks here so that the start can resolve. In hindsight, I don't know why I didn't. I probably should have used the effect to add. It wouldn't really have came up, but like just having like that extra card in hand is just like nice to have. Like I already have all my attributes set, but just like having an extra card like literally will never hurt you. So that's another misplay. I think on a Lupus Graveyard effect to see if I want to pop it. But if I summon this Caesar, I do play into Nib. And I thought maybe he was bluffing me to try to pop that, and then he nibs me, and that's kind of disastrous for me, because he could top deck into a card. So I decided, like, yeah, this is fine. I'm just going to set the trap, and like I'm in a really good position here. This Typhon's going to get blown up anyway. He draws. He attacks into the thing, I think, but he scoops, so it doesn't matter. So here he's a little bit upset. I've been spending enough time on DB to know that this means he's not too happy. So yeah, I apparently drew for Azuna. If he drew something playable, there was no way for me to win, which is not really true. But, you know, I'm delusional sometimes too. Jesus fucking Christ. We're gonna go to game 2. He decides to go first, obviously. I draw Raisin, Jokul, Madlove, Fua, and Start. So obviously this feels pretty bad. I do have Fua, so I'm not like too sad about this hand. He's gonna go Lucas Search Pan, which tells me he probably has a 5 mana already in hand, which he activates. Activates 5 mana. I'm gonna chain the Fua. And he seems to let it resolve. And then Rez, I think he realized I activated Fua. And then he tries to Ash it. And in my head, I'm like, what? I thought you let it resolve. But, I mean, again, it's just DB. Not that serious. I let him take it back. I'm showing Raisin. I'm going into logs to make sure, like, you know, show him that I drew Raisin. Why you need to slow things so much, bro? My bad, bro. I'm just making sure, you know, I'm not cheating. Put it back and let me play. And I think I say, like no one's stopping you. Like, while I'm checking log, you can just play, bro. Like, yeah, no one's stopping you, bro. Doesn't respond. He goes search Urgula, and he's gonna go link 1 into Spirit, make a Seals, and then he's gonna go Rahu Dragontail, use the 5 mana and the Urgula, make a Gulamel. He's gonna use both effects to set. He's gonna add back, and here I need like a Holy Suit or something off the top to try to save me here. And that is not a Holy Suit, that is another Mad Love, so that's a really bad draw there. I'm gonna go normal Spin Raise in effect. He's just gonna Ash, which is just brutal, because now I don't even have a fire. If I go start, he's just gonna flame it. Yeah, I just decided there's probably no way to win there. So we're going to game 3 now. This game, you'll see he gets a little unlucky with his hand. So we have Xiaolong, Stake, Ash, Rhoda, and Borger. Obviously, this is a really good hand, a lot of engine, and we have a way to stop a Charmy, which he does have. So I think for a sec, I decided to Ash it. I go Rhoda. When I see this Charmy's in his main, I decide to activate Rhoda first because I'm less scared of Droll. I'd rather try to bait out an Ash with something like a Rhoda to seem like desperate to get into engine, because most people aren't going to be playing Droll and Molcharmies in the main deck game 3, I feel like. That's why I went with Rhoda first, even though it's a worse play into Droll, because I just thought I'd rather try to bait out an Ash. I don't think he had Droll in his list. I go Raise and Search Holly Suit, add back, effect add back, thumbs up, I add back. I'm going to go Holly Suit effect, try to summon. So this is my 3rd summon here, and I am going to try to play around Nib. Oh, but he just scoops. So here I could have summoned Xiaolong. I do side in the bigger cannon package here, so I could have summoned Xiaolong as my 4th summon, hypothetically. Use effect to search 2, search the field spell. Get another attribute that way. And that would have been good because I go into Ripper, I go into Jokel, I have my full canine board, I have all my vanquish tools set up. And that's pretty much unbreakable when you get to that point. You're gonna see he drew he drew Perulia and 4 spell traps, which is a little unfortunate. I say they're unfortunate. GG. He did offer a rematch. I did take it, but we're not gonna show that because he low-key just like misplayed both games out of like pure rage and spite, and he just left. So not really quality gameplay there. But yeah, that was the replay. Let me know if you want to see like more like replay review videos like this. And yeah, see you in the next one.